This is the Average to Savage podcast with Paul Guarino. Everyone and anyone, athletes, celebs, and much more.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Average Savage podcast. Our special guest today is Corey Pane, the artist. What's up, Corey? How's it going?
Man? How's it going? Yeah, pretty good.
Glad to be here. And this is the first live interview in person.
Yeah, that's cool.
And
glad to be part of it.
Yeah, for sure. So let's just go back in time. How'd you get into painting?
I mean, I've pretty much always done art like my whole life. I don't know. It's always like one thing that I've always been into and just kind of always stuck with. I mean, I guess like I don't know, kind of put it aside for a little bit and never really, I don't know, just kind of did it for myself. But then towards the end of high school, I got more like serious about it and then just tried to, I don't know, do like a bunch of like album covers for different friends, bands and different things and try to push it that way. And then it just kept growing more and more. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And in school, like, did you know you wanted to do this like full time?
Yeah, like in high school?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, definitely towards the end of school and stuff, for sure. Like, I don't know, that's what I loved. And I just kind of, I never really like, thought about it, like, as, like, a job or, like, a business kind of way. It just, I knew that's what I love doing and I'm passionate about it, and that's just what I want to keep doing no matter what else I do, so.
Yeah, definitely. And I know you went to college, right?
Yeah, I went to UHart. Yeah. Yep.
you graduated, or?
Yeah, I graduated.
Yeah. With art?
So, yeah, I went for illustration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got the graphics down, too.
Yeah.
You got it all.
So, yeah, I like to mix it up.
So then, how did you get to meet like Antonio Brown, and like how did you end up doing his cleats?
So that was I did like a painting of Ocho Cinco, like just as like a joke thing, like when he was playing and he had like all this stuff and he was calling himself Esteban and everything, and I did like just kind of put all his little joke things together and made it into a painting. And then my brother like made me a Twitter and then put it up on Twitter and stuff, and then like a bunch of people saw it and he saw it right away and wanted to like, he was within 5 minutes he wanted to buy it. And then Antonio was like working out with him because he's like from Miami, so he knew him like already growing up and stuff. And then Antonio was like just coming into the league out of college, and he just asked me to paint him and his son, and then I did that, and then we met up in Pittsburgh, and he like just got on the Steelers and stuff, and then we just kind of became good friends, and it's been like almost 9 years later now. So
it's crazy, yeah. It's been a while. And when you were talking about Chad Ochocinco, was that like the first like athlete painting you ever made? Yeah,
and that was like, I just did it. I just like liked his personality and liked I don't know, him as like a character. So I just did it for fun for myself, and then my brother like kind of turned it into something else. So
gotcha. And then from like Antonio Brown, like who else like reached out to you and like saw your art, like athlete wise?
I mean, there's been like a lot of people on the Steelers just because like that was easy. He was on the Steelers, and then we started doing the cleats like I don't remember. It's probably like maybe 4 years ago or something now. But I was just out there like the week before the season started, and then we just were trying to come up with something. He was like, "Oh, just paint my cleats for the first game," and I just did that, and then it went over way bigger than we thought. So then I just kept doing it for every game of the season, and then it just kept growing, and there would be people like reaching out from all different like teams and stuff that I don't know wanted to do something like that too. And then they built like the whole My Cause My Cleats thing, and that helped. So yeah, but I still like I'm in touch with a lot of Steelers guys, and I'm trying to think of who else. I just did some for Josh Jacobs on the Raiders. There's this dude Josh Hill on the Saints. I don't know, it's just like random people will just like hit me up, but.
And when this was before, like I know you said that. So was he like a pioneer of like painting like getting his cleats painted?
I mean, there was other people that did it. There's like I don't know, like other artists and stuff that were doing it, or like other players, but they did like more just like colorways or I don't know, like simple type of like cartoony images or something. And I feel like we kind of took it to a different level where we did stuff that was like kind of like more meaningful and tied to things that were happening like in the news or whatever like was going on recently. And like if we did one pair that was for like Muhammad Ali, that was like just for him as like his big inspiration, and then it kind of like reached a lot of people. Or like when Arnold Palmer died, then we did that, and it's like I tried to be smart about it in a way where like the NFL and stuff couldn't say no because they were like finding him every week, but then it made it grow even bigger just because it's like bad publicity makes it grow. So when I did the Arnold Palmer ones, and they let him wear them, they put him up on the TV and everything because I don't know, I felt like I wanted to do it because I wanted to like test them. Like if they said no to that, it would make them look stupid, so they couldn't. But then I don't know, I feel like it helped it grow.
So was those one of the like bigger first ones to blow up?
Definitely, yeah.
And then like after Antonio Brown, like who else like does everyone reach out to you pretty much? Like how would they reach out to you?
A lot of times it's like someone will get like my number somehow through somebody or like an Instagram thing. I did a lot of stuff for like Ryan Shazier, and we became pretty good friends too. And then like his whole story is crazy what happened to him. So I don't know. I feel like every time we would do something, it just kept growing. Like other people would want to see more and more. And when Shazier got hurt, then I called up Bud Dupree, and like he got like the whole defense, like half the team, just to send their cleats, and I painted. I think like it was like 30 something pairs overnight. I stayed up like 24 hours and just painted all of them the same with like his portrait on them, just to like kind of do something cool for him. So
what about what's been like one of your favorite cleats so far?
I really like those Muhammad Ali ones a lot, because I feel like I don't know, those were just like kind of a cool like more personal message, like for Antonio and for me. Like I don't know, I look at him as like an inspirational person. So
definitely one of the goats. What about, I know you did the Nipsey Hussle mural in Hartford, and that was like super viral. So what was that? Crazy. Was that like was that bigger than anything you ever done?
Oh yeah, for sure. That was like the same kind of thing where I just like I don't know, I just always respected Nipsey as a person, like even more so than like his music and everything. And I just wanted to do something cool for him, and just something that like I don't know, can like keep his legacy and like everything he stood for like going, and just kind of like I don't know, recognize him in some kind of way. So I just expected like maybe people from around Hartford might see it and like think it was cool and whatever, but then it just went huge. Like I never expected any of that. So
like I remember seeing you paint it, and then I remember like just keep on refreshing your page and your follower, and then the next morning I remember waking up and looking at it. Like, oh shit, Corey just blew up again.
I mean, when I was there painting, like people were just like, oh, you gotta check like your Facebook or your Instagram or whatever, and I was like, I don't know, like I just thought it might be like a couple things, but it went crazy. So
what about like who was the craziest person to like reach out to you from that?
After that, I had Lil Bow Wow reach out to me and wanted me to paint his house, so that was pretty funny.
Did you get to do that?
I didn't yet, but I don't know, hopefully soon.
All right, we'll figure it out. Bow Wow. Then I saw you were just recently painting Antonio Brown's gym.
The gym,
and then that was back to Muhammad Ali again, sting like a butterfly.
So
sting
like
AB.
always like kept that thing in there, because when I did his cleats, I wrote that on it just because like he's got that saying, but then like it fit perfectly with his name, so I don't know, we just kind of always stuck with that.
And I know you did other sports, so what is like other athletes besides football have you done?
There was like I did some stuff for Devin Booker, like in NBA, and there was like some of that stuff was set up through, I did like a thing for Pepsi and like Mountain Dew and stuff. Like they reached out and wanted to do kind of like promotional packages, so I did those. There's been like some soccer players that have reached out, but I haven't really done anything with them yet, but hopefully that'll like happen soon, and I don't know, then it'll get spread to like Europe, so that'll be cool.
I mean, Europe would be a whole other ball game.
Definitely.
But is there anyone's cleats or sneakers that you really want to do?
I would love to do. There's this dude named Ibrahimovic. He's like a soccer player, and he's like my friend Ed. Like it's like his idol. It's like he always has showed me him and talked to me about him, and he has like such a cool story, I think. And I don't know, I would really love to like be able to work with him and like do something for that, because it would reach a whole different like level of people too. Like
what team is he on?
I'm not even sure what he plays. I gotta ask my friend Ed. He's from Sweden. But
I heard the name too. I just can't think of what team he's on.
I don't know what team he plays on right now. I think he plays in England though.
Because then internationals will be told, especially with the soccer, it would be crazy just because it's just compared to any sport here. It's just
soccer's
crazy.
the biggest in the world. So,
what about have you done any like ice hockey cleats? I mean, skates?
No, people have asked me about like that or like goalie helmets.
Yeah. Oh, goalie helmet would be dope.
That would be cool. So like I don't know, maybe that'll happen eventually.
Yeah. And what about? I know you're a musician too, so.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone really asked you about that in interviews that much.
Yeah, a lot of people don't even know.
Yeah. So how'd you get into that? How'd you get into music?
I mean, I've just always like, I don't know, looked at music like another art form, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I just like to do it for myself. But then I'll just jam with a bunch of friends, and we've been jamming for a while, and then we kind of put together like a band and started playing out shows. So we've been doing that the last like year or two, and I don't know, it's just fun just playing. It's just like a different release in like a different kind of way. So
yeah. You got any like big projects coming up now?
I have a big mural I'm gonna do in Bristol, but we were trying to get it done before the winter, but now it's just like kind of too cold, so we're gonna wait till the spring.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be like a 4-story building, so
4-story.
Yeah, it'll be the biggest, definitely the biggest thing I've ever painted. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What is it gonna be of?
It's like I kind of did like a little sketch, but they want to incorporate like some things about like the town of Bristol, but then they pretty much just left it open for me to just kind of do my thing and like kind of be creative and show my artistry. So. So
what about like when you do these murals and stuff? Like what's your process doing them?
A lot of times, like I don't really like sketch in like a normal way where like I'll like sketch in the sketchbook or something, but I'll kind of like think of an idea and have like a bunch of things like images and different things that I know I want to incorporate, and then I'll start like piecing them together almost like a collage and like kind of like trying things in different places, and then from that collage kind of like idea, then I'll just like put that up on the wall. And then a lot of times like when I start something, it'll change like once I get on the wall and start doing it, maybe something might look cooler, like look a little different, and then it'll just like spark a new idea and build into something else. So I just like to let it kind of flow and almost like.
So you kind of draw it out on piece of paper first, or no?
A little bit, like sometimes, especially for like mural stuff, a lot of people want to see a sketch, but a lot of times, like lately, I've been like doing it almost like a Photoshop kind of thing, where I'll have pictures and different things, and then kind of piece them together really quick, so it's like this collage kind of feel, and then people can just kind of like see it more like with color and what it would look like, and then I just kind of go off of that. Gotcha.
Yeah, because I saw your the one you did for Dwayne Haskins.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's that one. I saw a lot of people repost that one too.
Yeah.
Who was it? Jay-Z.
Yeah, it was like Biggie, Nas, Jay-Z, J. Cole, and Nipsey.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he threw Scarface in there too. Yeah. So like that and Tupac too. But, yeah, everyone like was thrown off by the Scarface thing.
Yeah. What about like? I was always thinking like he painted in his house that I knew he just got to. So like, why do they get it on their wall opposed to a painting?
I know. Yeah. Like sometimes I'll tell people that too, because like I know with a lot of stuff like especially in the NFL like things are just come quick and like I don't know, sometimes things don't last forever. So
for sure.
But I think like there's just like a certain feel about having it on the wall that like people like. Yeah. So I don't know why, but I feel like people just think it's like cool when you just get it like straight up on your wall. So probably would make more sense sometimes to get it canvas. But
I was just thinking that one would look crazy, like on just a picture, so you could take it.
You can take it with. Yeah, he said like if he ever moves out, he wants to cut the wall out. And just spray it, so
I don't know how you do that.
Yeah,
go figure. But like the AB thing makes sense because it's like it's a gym, so it's just like it's kind of different because it's like a business. So.
Definitely, yeah, because that's gonna be like a commercial gym that he's gonna open up to like the public and stuff. So
yeah.
Be like a little more exclusive probably, but
And what about like, what's your process like with painting the cleats?
I mean, so usually it's always like different types of cleats are like weirder for different things, but I'll just kind of like rough it up a little bit, like kind of sand them down or something, and then I'll just kind of go for it painting. Like a lot of people do like airbrush and all that kind of stuff, but I just kind of treat it like the same way I would like a canvas painting. So I'll just use little brushes and acrylic paint or sometimes like leather paint and stuff. So
and how long do those usually take?
I mean, it's usually like when I get them, usually like people always give them to me so late, honestly, that it's just like I'll have to do it in like a day or two. But I mean, at least I'll probably spend at least like 5 or 6 hours like doing something.
What about like the mural? Like how long did the new AB one or like Dwayne Haskins one?
Those were like probably a couple days each. Like I would like the AB one. I would probably woke up at like 6 and worked till like 11 for like 3 days straight. And the same like I just like to get it like done once I start working. So I'll just kind of work throughout the whole day. And
then so did he know what you were doing, or he just tells you?
He just let me do my thing completely. He had no idea. So even like I did like the portrait of him, and it said like the flow like a butterfly thing like AB, and then the other side was just his logo, and that was like that was simple enough. And then in the middle, like I wasn't even planning on doing that until we got there, and then I just tried to come up with something. So I just kind of winged it on the spot, and we came up with like having like a panther, so like these fierce eyes kind of thing, and then just kind of went off of that. So
And then I saw that Sean Kingston was there too, right?
Yeah, Sean Kingston, yeah, he's a cool dude.
So what's it like just meeting like all these celebrities and athletes?
I mean, it's cool, but like I just kind of sometimes I don't even know who certain people are, honestly. So I just like it's just a normal person to me. So I don't know. You got to just treat people like you would normally to anyone else, and like sometimes you might meet a celebrity and you don't even know, but then like they might be an asshole, so like you don't know, like whatever.
Has there anyone been that you met that you were like starstruck?
I don't know. I don't think probably not yet.
What about if you met like Michael Jordan or something?
That would be pretty cool. Like I'm trying to think of like somebody that I would like. I don't know who I would go crazy over. But
what about like who's your favorite athlete?
My favorite athlete, like right now?
Sure.
I don't know. I feel like I like people with like a lot of like character and stuff. So
like AB.
Like I love that kind of stuff because it just is like I don't know. It's more of like a personality thing, and especially like as an artist, you look at that stuff and it's like a cool way to like incorporate that into things.
So what about like is there any other like dream murals or anything you want to do?
Yeah, I mean I would definitely love to do like the one I just did where like it obviously has to have like more of a connection to AB and stuff, but it was still me like just doing my own thing. So I would love to be able to do murals where I can just like be more free to just do my own thing like as an artist, and like I don't know, like I see that happen with like they just had Art Basel in Miami. And,
with the banana and the thing.
Yeah, like I heard about that. That was crazy. But they have like just people will come down there and they just expect them to do their thing. Like so, I just want to be at a point where I could do that, and like I don't know, maybe go to like in Europe and stuff. I feel like they appreciate art in a different way. So like it'd be cool to just travel and stuff.
Now, do you want to get into? I know you kind of said it, but you want to get like one of your pieces on like in one of those big, I guess, like festivals,
art or something. Yeah. I mean, I think it would be cool because like a lot of people see it and stuff, and it's just like I don't know. It's like I've been down there before, and it's a cool way to like I don't know, meet other artists and collab with different kinds of people, and there's so many different types of people that all like gather in one spot, so it's pretty cool. That banana thing was crazy though.
I think the guy ate it. I don't know if it's like. I don't know what the hell is going on.
He ate it after he bought it?
No, I don't know if he bought it or he just ripped it off and ate it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. It's going, but he's an artist too.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I don't know if it's
like a gimmick kind of thing.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's still going on right now. But and I saw you were on. I think you were on ESPN, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was that like?
That was cool. That was like the first time I ever. Because I've done some stuff on like news channels and stuff like that, but like I think ESPN was like the first one I ever did. So I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like for me, like I don't know, I'm like just a kind of dude where I'm like I'm pretty quiet dude. So like just being out like in like a spotlight kind of thing like that is like a little weird for me sometimes. But it was cool at ESPN. Like I think it got me more used to being like in the open and stuff. So yeah. But yeah, everyone was cool there, and like that was really fun because like Randy Moss was there. He's like working for like the NFL Live and stuff. So it was, I don't know, I've grown up like I always kind of like looked up to him and stuff. It was pretty cool to be able to.
So maybe you were starstruck then.
Maybe a little bit right there. Yeah, he helped me. He like I had to paint like all their portraits on like a pair of cleats, and then like he came up and he was just like joking around and like. He pretended like he was painting his face and stuff. Like, he's just a cool dude. So
yeah. And then I remember me and you kind of did a collab with Jamel Herring.
Yeah.
And then
definitely.
I got to print the shirt, and then he wore it out to the ring.
Yeah.
And then, so yeah, I remember, I think you painted that, right? And then what did you do? You copied it?
I just like scanned it. Usually I'll either like scan it or like take a photo and then send it over.
Because I was like, when I got it, I knew it was a big file, so I was like, oh, this is going to work. I just was like, how the hell did you do that? But then it came out, and then I got him out, and then he came out to the ring.
Yeah, how's he doing?
He actually became world champion.
Really? After that? Or?
Yeah, so in May this year.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that was cool because I got him before he was. I got him after wearing my stuff. Well, he lost in my stuff the first time. But then I still was with him. Obviously, I'm not gonna switch up if someone gets a loss. So then, and now he's a world champion. So
built it back up. Yeah, well, congrats to him.
Yeah. So I guess that wraps up that. But I got some fun questions for you. They usually go from average to savage. So you ready for those?
Yeah.
All right, so what's like your favorite song right now?
My favorite song right now? Yeah. Like a new one that just came out?
Like anything. I don't know.
What
do you listen to? Like you playing all the time now?
Like, all right, so like I love J. Cole like a lot, and like he has that new song. It's called Middle Brother. And, like,
I don't know it.
I don't know. I like that song a lot. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like I listen to so many different types of like music and stuff. So a lot of times I'll listen to like older things, and then sometimes like it'll be like folky type stuff. Sometimes it's like hip hop. So it's like all over the place. It's like kind of whatever mood I'm in. So.
And like when you're not painting or whatever, what do you like to do in your free time?
I mean, I definitely like. That's why I like doing music, and I like to just do like different forms of art and stuff. Like whether it's I don't know if I'm doing like music or photography or like sometimes maybe trying to like film something or I don't know. I like to just try to do those, but I definitely like to like. I feel like reading and like watching movies and stuff is like a different form of like kind of getting away from things for me. So like I just like. I don't know, it like relaxes me sometimes. I just go into a different world. Yeah.
So could you like look at anything and see it as art?
Sometimes, I mean, I just get like I definitely get inspiration from like so many different types of things like all over, and I mean, I think it definitely helps me like just to be open. So. And
what about who would be like your like top 5 like artists that you looked up to maybe growing up or like right now or anything?
Definitely like Salvador Dali. Always been one of my favorites. I love Van Gogh too. It's Van Gogh. My favorite artist like right now, her name is Swoon. She's from New York, and I just went to like she just had a solo show in New York. It was so cool just to go and she was there and just be able to like meet her and stuff. Like I don't know, just everything she does is like I really love like all she's all about. So I don't know, it was really cool to see that in person.
Is there anyone that like you would want to do like a collab like art piece with?
Definitely, yeah. I mean,
I don't know how you do that. But I mean, obviously it sounds hard to do, like because like I know people don't like their work touched either.
There's this one dude I've been I reached out to him on Instagram. His name's like on Instagram he goes by the Hula, and I forgot his real last name. His name's Sean, but he's from Hawaii, but he does like all different types of like murals and stuff, but like incorporating things in nature. So he does stuff like outside a lot, like on like giant waterfalls and different things. And I don't know, we've just been talking about maybe doing like a collab at some point. And I think it could be really cool. We have like similar styles, and just being able to incorporate that with like I don't know, it'd be really cool. Just
yeah, that'd be dope. What about last one? If you weren't an artist, what do you think you'd be doing?
I don't know. I mean, I just like when people used to ask me this when I was little and stuff, I would always say like I would want to do something with animals. Like I love being around animals. So I don't know, maybe that would happen. I don't know, man. Or music, I guess.
Yeah, music. Yeah, I know. Going back to music, what do you play?
I play drums, like drums and percussion and stuff. So, like in the band I'm in right now, we're called Moon Matrix. Okay. But I play like congas and percussion stuff, and
You just do local shows?
For like we've done like Massachusetts or like Rhode Island before, but it's pretty local around here. So we're just recording. We're almost done with our like first album. So put that out.
You made the cover for it?
I'm gonna, but I didn't finish it yet. But it's gonna be cool.
What about do any like rappers or anything reach out to you to do like covers?
I've done like a lot of times they've been like local like rappers or local musicians and stuff, but I love doing that because I love to be able to like just listen to the music and then try to like kind of like put it all in my mind and let it come out in the art. So
that's dope.
Yeah, I just finished one today. It was just like for like a little single thing, but like just being able to do that, like that's one of my favorite things to do. So.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming on, and can you let the people know where they can follow you at?
Oh yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, so my Instagram is just Corey Pane Art, so it's Corey and then Pane. You can find me on there, and then I have a website. It's just CoreyPane.com.
Yeah, so you updated it recently.
Yeah. I've been trying to. My brother's trying to make me a site, so I'm always bad at that stuff. But
no, I like the new one. It's cool. Yeah, I went on it. I don't know how new it is because I remember the old one was like all white.
Yeah, and then, the old one, like I had it forever. My friend made it for me, like I don't even know, probably like the end of high school or something, and I just put everything on there. Yeah. But my brother tried to like kind of organize it, make it a little more make sense.
Yeah, because it had all like where like your appearances and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I think
because you're big time now.
Yeah, yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, so I think that website is just Corey Pane Art, just like my Instagram, but it's gonna be just CoreyPane.com eventually. So.
Oh, someone got it?
So well, no, I had that already, but then like my my other site was like messed up, so my brother made me that. But so either one of those will work.
Gotcha. Yeah, because someone who owns PGSports.com is trying to sell it for $5K.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get it eventually. Hopefully, like it expires, and then I could get it for like $10. So.
Oh, okay.
Eventually, something will happen. Well, again, I appreciate you coming on, and
thanks, man.
You know where to follow him now.
For sure. Yeah. Well, thanks, man. All right.